Hi everyone, welcome back to Retro Rust. I'm Jamie, back on the Capri today. You've seen in the previous video, well, no you wouldn't have actually, because this is a backdated video. But anyway, in the previous video, you'd have seen that I repaired all the suspension strut top. So that's already all done now. Test fitted the wing fits good, all the way down. Obviously once it pushes back, it lines all up nice, all the way down. Sits onto the bulkhead. Why did I say bulkhead? Headlamp bowl. Sits onto there nice. It's also lining up nice with the line up bolt hole. One job I'm going to be doing today is making a start. I say making a start on getting all this big hole fixed. What I do have is this. This came off the same car as, I think, to be honest, this wing, I think, and that door post. Bought these off someone that was stripping a Capri years ago, to be honest. So I've got everything I need there. Front chassis rail if I need it. The outer rigger. Section of the bulkhead and the floor pan to help repair down there. So I'm going to just get it set up on the tripod now, and I'm going to use the heat gun, start getting all this under seal off and seam sealer. Same again, I know you're not supposed to be working on your car, but like I said before, what can I do? With this sound deadening stuff, you don't need to get it red hot, just warm and it'll scrape off. If you actually get it too hot, it just comes off in like goo. I've separated all these panels. Took all the chassis rail and everything off. That sits up in place. To be honest, once that's in place like so, and then that piece, I'm gonna have to repair that bit there where it's rotted, but is what it is. Once that goes in place, that is a massive hole that's gone. I'm gonna have to extend it out just a little bit, just to cover just here. I've then got to make the recess that has the bung. It has like a cap in the hole. Because I am replacing the whole floor pan on the passenger side, when I have a look, if by any chance the piece I need to extend that is decent that side on that floor pan, I'm going to cut it out and then add it in here. But that's only because I am going to be replacing that whole floor pan on the passenger side. I'll need to blunt that out. Shit. Same for these bits just here. I may be able to cut them out the passenger side and then fabricate them in. I doubt it when you look how rotten the floor is, but we'll see. Once that's done, still got to extend it in the corner there as well. That's going to be a bit of a fun piece to make, the shape of it all. So yeah, get this wing off and then going to get it clamped in place, marked, and get the old one cut out so I can get it ready to weld it in. I reckon what I'm going to do is weld the floor pan, weld it in, put all the holes to plug weld it to the chassis. I don't think I'm going to be welding them up, because once I do get it on the rolling jig, I might be taking the chassis rails off on the front, just because of the amount of corrosion that's in it. I think it's going to need to be replaced anyway. The front piece has got to be replaced anyway, because, well, it's not there, and it's going to be corroded all inside the chassis. And you can see it, you can see how bad the lip is just here on the end. So that's what I might do, weld these panels in, but don't actually weld it to the chassis rail until it's on its rollover jig. Yeah, cool. Let's get on with getting this wing off and then getting it clamped in place. Right, hi there. I've straightened the panel out just because it got bent a little bit, drilling spot rods out. That lip, I repaired the lip. I've still got to, because I made it bigger, I've still got to draw a line so it allows me then to cut it off to where it needs to be. I've done a butt weld, so once the weld's ground off, it'll be nice and level. Can use that for a plug hole. Try and find somewhere now.
Because I'll show the camera. Right, wait, leave it there.
Oh, I need to zoom out. Zoomed in too much.
Wait a minute, it won't turn. Leave the camera there. Oh, there you go. Our mum's Sharon Freer, right? And this is my mum in, what was it, 1980s?
Sort of, yeah.
I'll just put it that way because it's going to keep turning. If I put it that way, it might turn. Oh, wait, just give me 1 minute and I'll be there. If I do that and turn that off, is it?
Yeah.
No, what the fuck else is it going on for? That one.
It shouldn't keep turning then.
1980s, Sharon Freer. Don't ask me what the fuck my mum were wearing, but here you go.
You need to get closer.
See it? You see it, innit?
2.8.
2.8, baby. Injection.
Many years ago. Right, welcome back. That's that lip now repaired and ground off. I've trimmed it. You can see. I noticed on the other side it does actually dip in just there in the middle. Same again. I've sat it in place and then scored where I'm going to trim. So I'm going to cut through there and then grind at these spot welds to get the old scrap off. I will eventually cut this extra hole out because for some reason it does have it. So yeah. This is a stew. Wanted off a bit there, but I'll sort that. That lip's gone there, so you gotta take that one off. Right, it's got a grind at these couple. Give that a quick cut through there. Make a drink in a minute. What's for that? No. What? No, tell me. Tell me what? No. Tell me.
It's like you. No,
come on, tell me.
Nothing.
Tell me.
It's like you went up the wrong fucking way.
Yeah, but I've got to make all that though, innit?
Oh, really? Stop that.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've got to look. But I'll wait first.
Just give me the drill. I'll get in there and drill them out. To turn this camera off.
Yeah. Just press.
What do you press? That one.
Yeah. You just seen? I've just cut all the scrap out now. So that's all cut out. Here's the inside of the chassis that I'm just removing. I need the inner wing piece that sits here on the end. But before I actually weld that in, I need to do something with this because it is quite badly corroded. It's also got a small hole in that corner. I should be able to just clean it up, weld that up, grind it off. However, when you actually look at the actual rust inside the chassis, you can see it follows all the way up, surface rust. So I can now say 100% she will be getting dipped. 100%. There's no and ahhing about it. So from now on, there's no point protecting in the seams and stuff. So yeah, at least you can guarantee all the rust and everything's going to be gone. It will then be dipped in primer after, and then I can protect it. So I'm not going to bother filming drilling all my spot welds out, mainly because I want to stick some music on, and if I stick the music on and film, it's too much hassle trying to get rid of the copyright music out of the video. So I'm going to stop that there, and I'll come back once that inner wing piece is removed and I can get on with cleaning this up. Hello and welcome to Retro Rust. Just down, thought I'd nip down just for a couple of hours this evening. I've started cutting the chassis rail out. Sit my ass down and I'll explain why. Obviously, there's a chassis. I've had to cut it off, just for the fact is, look how much major corrosion is on it. With that being chassis rail, well, it's going to be not safe. So cut that out. It's 2mm steel that I'm using. Well, about 1.5, 2mm, I can't remember. But it's the same thickness as what was actually on there. So I made a template from the old one before I actually cut it out. That actually ends level with the end of the inner wing. It's actually the chassis rail, but that's how that's supposed to go, level. And what I can do is seam weld across there, then at the end just here I'll bend that down and match it up. I've had these 3 items. I know you're going to see very light surface flash rust on it, but as soon as you clean it up with a wire wheel, that will come straight off. It'll be like pure gleaming metal, as you can see. There's that repair I done on the last video. Once it's cleaned up with a wire wheel, I'll be able to get it primed and get it fixed in, so we know that we're going to be in the right place. We have a little bit of the inner sill that's a nice flat piece, so we know that's going to be in the right place when the inner wing matches up, as you can see just there, and then we'll be in the right place here at the top when it matches up level with the end. But before I get any of that welded in, I've also got obviously the floor one. That's cleaned up quite nice in the acid as well. I can use all these holes from removing it to actually plug weld this to the inner sill once it arrives. One thing I'm hoping is once I actually receive the new floor pan, I'm hoping it has this ridge, which is the reason why I went for the express panels one, because it's supposed to be exactly like original Ford. So if it ain't got that, I'll be disappointed, because obviously that's the reason I paid a lot more for it, because I want it to look original. So yeah, we'll just get set up on the tripod and get the welder set up, and then we'll get this welded in. hole there. See, it's always best, sometimes when you get to an edge, to tack it, rather than try and seam weld when you get near an edge, because that is obviously, it can't flow no further, so it tends to blow away. But that's that in. Right, then where is the triangle bits gone? There. Then once that's welded in, somewhere like so, that'd be good. If that sits level, because I measured the right width, it actually hangs over away from the triangle part. So yeah, that looks pretty good, that does. Right. Just where you see on this edge, grind that weld off, but all the welding here, I'm going to leave all that. Obviously, the more weld, the maximum strength. But as for this, you need to just clamp the bulkhead part on, so I can now then clamp this in the right place, because where I took this off the old bulkhead, someone had welded the inner wing, so obviously it rotted away. So I now need to put it in the right place, cut that off nice and level, and then make the extra bit on to make it the right length. And then I need to make the inner wing, so then it does sit on top of this, but I'll just plug weld it, I won't seam all the way down. Yes. Right, so now I'm going to just stop that there, because no point me filming me clamping that on and then clamping that in. I'll come back once I don't know, once I've probably made the actual piece. Right, see you in a minute. Hello and welcome to Retro Rust. I'm back on the Rusty today, down the unit. It's Sunday the 20th. Last night I repaired the front chassis. repaired this last night, primed it. As you can see, it sits over the lip really nice how it's supposed to. I made the bottom piece of this chassis rail just here. You can see there, seam welded all the way up. I ground weld off here, just so when water goes in, there's nothing to stop it flowing, sort of thing. And same there. Primed it. It all fits nice once you fit the bulkhead in. I have cleaned these up in the acid. However, obviously you got a bit of flash rusting because you wash it down with water after, and then I just used a bit of compressed air and then left it. So I'm going to give them a quick wire brush with the wire wheel in the grinder, clamp this in the vise, then I can get this primed and actually start getting it welded in. Plan today is to have that piece of the bulkhead welded in, repair that section on this floor piece, and also get that welded in. We'll not be able to weld to the inner sill because obviously that's going to be getting replaced. So the plan for the end of today is get them all welded in, make a start on repairing the rest of the lip, and then once that's done, I'm either going to carry on repairing sections of the floor pan or make a start on repairing this A-post. We shall see how the day goes, because I want to get that piece made so I can get that welded back in. That's going to put a bit more strength back in the corner just here. And once that's done and the A-post is on, then I can get scuttle panel is going to be the last to go on actually, isn't it? Because the other side's got to be repaired. But yeah, right, we'll get set up on the tripod and then start getting them parts there wire brushed down. Right, because I actually started using these wire wheels that go in the drill, I've actually bought a face shield. Costs about 20 quid, 25, something like that. This, it protects your face because these fly off at some fucking speed. As you can see what I said before, you look how much of a cone it is. As soon as you turn it on, I'm stood out. welcome back. I've tacked the repair piece in now. I'm doing a butt weld, so I'm going to be able to actually seam weld it. As you can see there, it's the same thickness as the actual steel I've taken out. So I'm going to now weld around. All I'm probably going to do is weld underneath so that I can grind it off. I'll weld around on top, I think, once it's actually welded in. We'll see what I can be bothered to do. But yeah, it's coming on nicely, to be honest. I'm always struggling though for places to actually put the camera on. Just wipe that dust off. Okay, might look more clearer now. So you should be able to see me weld it in. Them wire wheel bits get absolutely everywhere. How the hell is one got trapped in my nail? Must have went through the glove somehow. Turn it down to 2 miles. I'm going to have a bit of a break, let that cool down. I mean, now I've tapped it back straight, it's not exactly like it's warped or anything. Right, hi, welcome back. On the video, when you seen that I was wire wheeling it down, and it about ripped it out the vise. It's actually bent this panel out of shape a tiny bit, but it ain't no worries, you'll be able to push it down once you go to weld it in. I've started clamping it in place, so now I'm going to get it tacked in. It's lining up there, level with the end, and it's level with the inner seal that's level left. So get it tacked in now and make a start. Them wire wheel bends are everywhere.
slice out of it, lift it that way, then I'll be back right now. And tighten all the bolts up.
Weird, isn't it? But that's why I never used it, because it's hurts your back when you sit on it.
Yeah, but it's probably meant for like sitting on a settee, then you put your feet on it. Because look, you imagine
Oh,
sitting
yeah,
on a
probably.
settee, then no, no.
Probably easier then. That'd make more sense.
You clean the edge up metal.
Yeah, I would do. I just want to tack it there first, just so you're gonna move. That's a little grind on there, please.
Yeah, for me. The chair Jamie's got, it's all right.
Nothing, I want to get the wheels back on it, get it on the floor. This, slightest bit of fucking pressure.
What do you mean?
Sometimes when you bang it, you feel the car doing that.
Well, it's gone off that or something.
No, because obviously back it,